financed by the Nordic Council and also by the agencies participating in the project. So let's see. Do we have the... Let's see who the partners are. If you know your geography up in the north here, we have Sweden and Norway, and also we have my colleagues from the government representative from Iceland and Estonia, and also not being able to be here today from Latvian government, because tomorrow they will have a meeting with the cabinet of ministers and discussing how to join and give money to this project and the call that we are planning for. So we have Norway, Iceland, Lithuania, Estonia, Sweden, Latvia in the project, and we are discussing with Denmark and Finland. It's not easy because e-government research is not the research area that is defined, and that's what we worked in within the European Union project, e-government, to try to settle. But now I give the word to Trond to continue more about the content of the project.
Yes, thank you very much, Madeleine. The goal of the project is to put into place a common research funding program in this region to focus research for innovation in services with citizen-driven research for innovation in services. The goal is now about to be achieved, and we expect a call to be out early next year. So the research projects themselves have not started up yet. Often the Nordic and Baltic region is seen as a region of developed welfare societies with a high rate of trust, and yes, that is the case. But of course, however, you also know that the history is different from within this group of states. For instance, the recent history of the Baltic states, where new democratic constitutions were put into place, and ICT-based infrastructure are quickly being adapted in all sectors. But also be aware that there are different historic experiences of the people of all these countries. For instance, as newly as in the times of Second World War and the times and the times coming after that. This, of course, colors even today's different approaches when defending and restructuring our welfare democracies. So it's a challenge that we have taken on to bring all these partners together and actually focusing and doing research, user-driven research within this not so unified region as you maybe think of it as. The answers to how to cope with the demographic challenges, the cost of welfare goods, or the rising cost of welfare goods and new technologies in government are not at all evident in any of these countries and in any specific way at all. Today, the Nordic-Baltic region is seeing a common research program where funds now are assigned from one country after the other for this. When signatures are in place, we will be able to demonstrate how citizens will be initiators and main stakeholders of research projects for innovation in government services at all levels. Today's internet-based technologies have demonstrated for us that traditional thinking in service provision is becoming obsolete. Applied research is also a service activity where the researcher's role are challenged. In our Nordic-Baltic program of citizen services, we are also turning the role of the citizen from a study object to the leading subject and stakeholders in the research. So this is a role turning outside in, both in the research and in the focus of the service of the projects of public services. So we're doing this not only to make a more appealing and efficient so-called user interface, but we are doing this because the role of citizens in modern democratic societies are, thanks to the ICTs, is the role of responsible, educated citizen with democratic rights. There is no choice but to open for the redefinition of democracy as we know it in our societies. The new generations have no chance of understanding the reasons for maintaining governmental silos and complicated procedures. These were made up for giving bureaucracies room for passing paper originals across specialist case handler departments and up hierarchies to get the final signature. This was done for protecting bureaucrats, making it non-transparent to prevent the bureaucrats from becoming open for influence and becoming biased. Now transparency is technically easy to obtain, combined with securing case handling from being tampered by outsiders, which means that bureaucrats are not any longer that subject to pressure. Now it is in the mindset of people over 40 in the established democracies that seems to be the main obstacles. These mindsets seems to be the main obstacles. So now put the citizen in charge to ensure quick and real progress in the field of practicing government and good governance. Research for innovation in this new Nordic-Baltic program means encouragement to improve the public services development processes by letting citizens being in leading roles. Challenge today's institutional structure and culture to suggest replacement of remaining paper-based concept thinking, and to develop new conceptualization of government services locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally in development and in developed and open democracies, all while increasing the collaboration between public and private services together with the involved governmental services. So this is why e-government funding partners in the Nordic-Baltic region now is joining to spur innovation and local, regional and national levels. We also hope that our experience will be of interest for many of you and encourage you to follow our activity along the way. We hope that we next year can tell you about all the projects that is being a result of the funding that will be that we now know will be available. And thank you for listening. Good luck with your own work for developing the Internet of the future for democracies of the future.
Thank you, Trond. It's very interesting learning from each other, and we all know that the European Commission is encouraging that.